I know that the police high command is working on that case, and I have no doubt that those persons who committed that heinous act, that they will see justice and swiftly.
Welcome to True Jamaica Buzz, news and entertainment with a buzz. The voice that you just heard of your Prime Minister, they were keeping a JLP campaign rally to announce the election. However, the topic of the policeman constable that lost his life, wife lost her life on the spot, police and the son were battling for their lives. The severity of the son's injury were too much. He succumbed. So out of the three, the wife is gone, the son gone during surgery, life-saving surgery, did not work out too well. And then the policeman, he is still battling. I think he's going to be okay. I think he got the least severe of all the people that get caught up. Based on what the police said, it was at least 14 spent shell. Could be more, however, 14 confirmed. So we hear the Prime Minister talking about that situation because, say, it hit hard like a sledgehammer. Everybody, it was a topic of conversation in the news and everything in Jamaica. Because of the videos that were circulating on social media. And we see some people say, why do bloggers and social media sites keep putting out these videos? Truth and the fact is that they're also circulating in some WhatsApp group that is run by police. So it seems as if it is a trend, it is a disturbing trend, some people find it so. However, what we are shocked about is the actions of these gunmen and criminal elements. Now, people, there's a next very disturbing trend, and it is people that are living a double life that will turn around and double cross you whenever they cannot deliver what they promise. They realize that, hold on a minute, I owe this person X amount of dollar. Say, for example, I owe somebody $4 million. And then I can get a hitman to take him away for 250,000 or 150,000 or 100,000, whatever the fee. Monkey money, pennies on the dollar and what they owe. Don't know if you remember a man that works at the wharf, one of the crane operator, he lost his life. What he did, him import cars or him have a link at the wharf and him import cars for people that are car dealers. He imported a whole bunch of cars for an individual. At the start, he was getting the money. However, the man started pay slow. And then when that man was calling him and asking for his money, it get to the point where all sorts of cussing words were exchanged. The man that owed the wharf man, he decided that he is going to pay a hitman to take away that man because the man has stressed him for him own money. That man was blazed up close to his house. Fast forward this incident now in a St. James Reading to be specific. Based on the information confirmed now, this was also a car deal gone bad. And somebody that lived a double life, posing as a car dealership, made a promise that she could not keep to the police. And the police took his wife and took his son to go pick up that car that was way, way long overdue for a family member. Based on the information that is out there, confirmed, the lady called or summons contract killer to meet the man in promise of delivering this vehicle that was past overdue. When they got there, the wife went. He took the wife. I guess he was driving, so the wife was supposed to drive back the other vehicle that he was supposed to pick up. So the wife was outside, got the key, and was headed back to the vehicle. And then that was when all hell broke loose. The man blazed up the woman that was outside and then blazed up the vehicle, hoping to take away everybody. Well, he took away 2/3. However, the 1/3 that he did not take away is more than likely the person that gave the information, meaning the constable. So the constable knew exactly who he was going to meet. He knew that there was a car deal that went wrong. So therefore, there's going to be paperwork attached to that. There's going to be conversations on WhatsApp, calls, phone log, everything. So pretty much this person, meaning the lady, and the contract takeaway person, they are both going up Schitt's Creek without a paddle, without a shadow of a doubt. Now, when this incident took place, there was all sorts of rumor. People said, then hold on a minute. This man attached to the lottery scamming task force. So maybe it was some sort of reprisal for somebody that him send go to jail or have a pending case and that person wanted reprisal. Or maybe he was a bad cop that was taking money and was supposed to meet and get some sorts of vehicle or get some sorts of cash, and the people them lay wait them and take them away. It is confirmed based upon the police, based upon word on the street, that it has everything to do with a car deal gone bad. Now, people, here's the thing. You have to be very careful. For those of you that have been watching me for a little while, I always say, listen, whenever you're going to buy any sort of phone, anything of significant value, especially a vehicle, obviously if you're going to buy a house, the house can't move, so it is a more safer transaction, unless, of course, you're dealing with one of those crooked lawyers, real estate agents. Always go to the police station. However, what happened? This policeman, even though he's a part of the lottery, scamming being the operative word, him kind of get scammed himself. Him kind of get caught off guard. I guess when he gave that person his money and he was waiting, he was too eager. So in his eagerness and anticipation, him kind of let down him guard. And when you let down your guard, that is something that you're not supposed to do, especially as a police. Now, people, more than likely, that lady, meaning that the person that hired the contract killer, knew his occupation. So, on her advice to the hitman is that make sure, say, wanna just run up on them and gun them down. Don't give them a chance to live. Don't give them a chance to bust up any sorts of shot. But based on information, it is said that the police probably had discharged a couple of shots himself. However, he was on the shitty end of the stick. The people them take for themselves. Now, people, when we think about stuff like this, it shows you the brazenness. It shows you the evilness of people that live a double life. Like I said, the theme of this is double life. This lady is an importer of vehicle from wherever, maybe America, probably Japan, more than likely, because there's where most of the right-hand vehicle them come from. Cheap, cheap, cheap. Just like America, but it's mostly left hand. Most persons want the right hand. That is better for Jamaica in some persons' estimation. When you think say somebody have a business and you get people money, sometimes them take from Peter for pay Paul. Sometimes them get people money and make all sorts of promises. What type of business person is that? That could not be a profitable business unless the person is downright greedy. So you take the people their money, and then when you can't deliver, and the person keep calling you like they have a right to forget back their money or get back the product that was promised, meaning the car. You then decide, say, instead of giving back that person's money or delivering the vehicle like you promised, you're going to hire somebody for a portion of the money that you were paid. And I am not sure if the people, this is the next thing, if the officer went with the deposit or balance, sorry, not deposit, balance of the money. Doubt it very much. It seems as if everything was paid in cash because there was no information. Well, the people that can give that information is the police and his wife, and the wife is gone. So you know this tale already. Dead man tells no tale. So I just say, instead of giving back the people them money or delivering the car like you said you're a car dealership. You decide to hire somebody for pennies on the dollar. Cheapest way out is to take away somebody that was patronizing your business. So you rob them, you double cross them with your double life, and then you decide, say, you're going to take them out for their own money. What type of thinking, what type of frame mind goes into play? And again, if you're a legitimate business person, oh, you have a link, if you go get a hitman, well, people, the truth and the fact is that that is probably the easiest thing for source in a Jamaica. Just ask the average typical man, you don't know nobody, somebody give me some stress. You don't know nobody, where we take with somebody for a portion of money. And I am sure that 90% of the people that you ask, especially in the garrison, know somebody that is their line of job. So it's very disturbing when we think about that. And the fact that these people know say this man is a policeman, know say more than likely he's going to have some tool. But you know the thing is, people, shock and awe, catch off guard. But me just say, like them say, hindsight is 2020. This policeman, I think, should have been more alert. But like I said, in his quest to get what he has been waiting for, his eagerness, him kind of lose sight of what he is and where he lives. And again, like I said, he went with a good intention to pick up the vehicle. So more than likely, he was not expecting that it could happen to anybody. People, it is just a sad state. And what is even worse is that video. Bad enough, the lady was laying on the ground. You could see that either one of the condom enter her mouth or come out through her mouth. The lip kind of tear out the mouth. The teeth, some of the teeth, gone. So it seems as if, well, not seems, because she definitely got some in her cranium. The worst one was a little boy in the back seat. When the people must say, "Him alive, him alive." He then stumbled from one side of the vehicle in the middle between the seat and the back seat, in a little walk part there. And you saw he stumbled. He could not say anything. You saw that his hair was drenched. You see the red run all over him place, all over him face. People, that alone is something that we've seen, especially a blogger like myself. Many, many videos with many, many graphic incidents. However, this one stands out amongst the worstest of them. And we've seen little pitney get caught up before. But when you see a little pitney get up between alive and on the other side, you knew that more than likely, even though he was still alive at the point and he was rushed to the hospital and he was doing emergency surgery, you just know, say, me not feel like, say, that little boy they're going to make it based on in him head. And even if he live, I am sure he more than likely would have been in some sort of vegetative state or even paralyzed. People would take that instead of him gone. But people, like me say, these youths are going to get what is coming to them in the worstest way. I don't even have to ask, based on posts that were made out there by the police group them, and just based on the mentality of the police. When them go for people that are criminal elements, that are taking away persons that they don't even know. This one pretty much hits home because it is an ex-police officer and how that police officer lost his life. Gunman rob him or hitman, contract killers, hired by a lady that is supposed to have been a legitimate business person. It is a very sad state of affair. So you hear the Prime Minister addressing it. And when you hear the Prime Minister addressing it, in the middle of his conference where he is announcing the date for the election, he still could not forget it because of how the video was graphic and the details of exactly what took place. It was entrenched in the Prime Minister's mind and heart and soul, as well as most Jamaicans. People are eagerly anticipating for hear when the police go for this lady and go for the hitman and him combo. Everybody's supposed to get it. And don't be surprised even if their family member get it too. Anybody that is in around directly or indirectly these people, dog eat them supper, and justifiably so, point blank and period.